Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up? It's your girl V-Henny, man. You already know the vibes. Welcome to the Artistry, where we talk shit about music, entertainment, and the everyday struggles. And you know how we do. We always have a dope guest in the building. We have the Bronx own hip-hop artist. She's coming out strong. Make some noise for Big Yellow.
Can't forget not the little one.
I don't have a budget, you understand? So, what's good, though? What's good?
I'm coolin', everything's going as planned.
Dope, dope. Well, before we dive into anything, I always do a toast.
Okay.
So I just want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Everything you're accomplishing, it's definitely being seen. Continue pushing forward, and you already know the more you elevate, haters are going to hate.
Right.
Just continue having that mindset, having that strong team, and this is for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Let's do
Even
this.
though my shot is
a
I
bright,
got more
ain't
than hers. That's crazy.
Is that how you got you from the Bronx? You understand? We got that hair in our chest. You dig? Nah, but so I was when I was reading and looking into you, I found it was dope that you started at a young age.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, the fact that you started at a young age, I believe your first experience at the studio was at 9 years old with your brother, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because I want to know, can you recall that feeling of what it felt like being in that studio?
It's crazy because it was actually something like it wasn't a white room, but it was something like this. It was a big room.
Okay.
And our older cousin was actually an artist. He was already moving in Harlem. And he just had like a bunch of rhymes in his book, and me and my brother would go in them. But that day we actually like just ripped out a rhyme from his book. I can't recall exactly the feeling of when I recorded that song, but I just remember my brother's reaction to it and how everybody reacted.
How was
just
that
like
reaction?
it was like, she's so tiny but got a voice. Like, what the fuck? It was like one of those, and I still get that reaction now when I record music, so it's a good thing.
Do you feel like having that experience early on affect who you are now that you are older and building your career?
No. I think it made me.
It made you?
Yeah, it made me. I got more source now. Like, you can hear it when I talk. Like, it's just, from how I used to make music, like, you can hear it.
Okay.
But it's just more seasoned.
Okay, so 9 years old, you're at the studio, and then eventually, as you started going, I mean, I'm assuming you was in high school battling bitches and motherfuckers and shit like that, no? No? So,
in high school, I was, it's funny because I had a female friend.
Okay.
She had a studio in her house, in her closet. And this was at the time, I was paying like $15 to go to the studio and record music. But I actually wasn't battling. I was just at that time, I wasn't taking it serious. I was just making music.
So when did that mindset came about of you saying like, I'm shifting from taking this from a hobby to now this is serious?
I had met somebody at a time, and they was doing music.
Okay.
And we eventually started working together. I was still making music, but I wasn't really taking it serious.
Okay.
Like, he was out there, doing certain things, doing shows and stuff, and that's what I wanted to do. So that's what, he basically encouraged me to step outside the box.
And you took a break.
Yeah, I took a break like a few times. I'm not even gonna lie.
So you took it a few times, but did you take one per se that was like really long?
Yes.
Why?
I would say because I was just battling through a lot of things going on. Growing up, you go through certain things in life, and at that time it was just like, I didn't know if I wanted to take music serious anymore. I wanted to dab into, getting myself together.
So what made you make that initial decision to be like, you know what, I am?
It was just like, I guess everybody, when I started actually putting the music out, and then I started gaining fans, and everybody, started liking it. It was just like, yo, you should do more. So then I was really making a lot of freestyles too at that time.
Right.
So it was just back-to-back freestyles. But then eventually when I started making, the songs, and I was, throwing them on social media, people started gravitating to them.
But how long ago was this then?
This was like, at this time I was in like 2014.
You got bars, bro.
Thank you.
I'm proud of the fact that you from the Bronx. You understand? To be exposed to our lifestyle at a young age sometimes can affect you.
Right.
you're still exposed to other stuff, especially in the industry you're in.
I went through a lot to get to where I'm actually at. Like I manifested my team, I would say, because I would talk about it before I even knew them. I would always say, I wish I had a team that that was just there for me, support every. You feel me? Like it's more like a family now. But back then, I was going through a lot of different situationships that it was just like, you know what, this is something I don't want. So it was a lesson.
Gotcha.
You feel me? It was a lesson and a blessing for me.
At what point did you start realizing, like, all right, people need to start people need to start respecting me and understanding that I'm here to stay?
It sounds crazy, but I would say like within the last year or two.
Why?
Even when I feel like people just like what I was doing, but everybody would say, I see what you're doing, this, that, and the third, but people not really supporting. Now I really feel like it's not me reaching out to people to say, hey, come do this. Is now them reaching out to me like, yo, I wanna, you feel me? I wanna pull up. What you doing? Just let me know. I'm there. Now it's kind of different. So I'm just like I said, I'm just proud to be where
you're so adapting to that feeling.
Yeah, I'm just proud like to be where I'm at. I'm glad I have the team that I have, because if it wasn't for them, a lot of stuff would have never happened so fast for me. My manager, he has a lot of connections to a lot of people, and being that he kept those good connections because he was also an artist, and it's always good to keep good relationships with people.
Gotcha.
So no matter what happens down the line, 5 years, that you could always hit this person up and they could do you a favor, and it might work.
Right.
So that's what's been happening for me. A lot of things that my team has been doing for me it's been working.
Coming from the Bronx and as a female hip hop artist, right? Do you have any? It's not. I don't want to say pressure, but any high expectations, knowing the history of the Bronx?
High expectations? I would say no.
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 Okay. Okay. No. It's okay to say that. Why would you say no? I know you are your own person, but
right.
why would you say no?
I mean, like they said, if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit, but I come from a different era. I have a different story. I'm my own person, know. I can't shout out to all the Bronx artists that was before me, and even the artists that's making it now. I'm just different.
Gotcha.
I'm not trying to be. I don't even want to be compared to people. Like I'm just. They're there and I'm over here.
How you feel about that though?
I love it.
Do you get the comparisons or nah? Because I know you don't like to be compared, but let's keep it a stack. Do you like the comparisons or nah?
I like the comparison because I always get compared to Nicki.
Okay, which is a dope. I mean, for me, that's a compliment.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like one of my favorite artists. So I'm what?
Okay.
Somebody compare me to Nicki, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
I'm glad because come on, she was doing it for years. She's been going up against, like, if you're going to compare Nicki to somebody, you got to compare her to a rapper, a male rapper at that.
Right.
You can't compare Big Yellow to nobody. You got to compare her to somebody big.
Right. So I know you have posted that drill is dead and real rap is back.
Right.
How did you feel about people always kind of confusing the fact that you was a drill artist? Because you understand, like, you rap.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not even a drill artist. I was doing drill music at that time, but then I started seeing certain things. Shout out to all the drill artists that's doing it. It's so many, you feel me? And I just wanted to, like I said, I'm a standout type of person. I don't want to fit in. So me doing something other than drill right now is just like, people are paying attention more. You feel me? Especially now, people are talking hip hop. Hip hop is back. I'm hip hop. You feel me? Big Yellow is hip hop.
I love the fact how you're you're very big on just expressing the fact of you write your own lyrics.
Right.
You're very big on that.
Right.
So looking back to when you first started to now where you're at, what are some of the improvements you noticed within yourself as an artist?
I word things better.
Okay.
I listen more. When I was recording music on my own time, doing it by myself. But now I actually have people that's around me that's like, you know what, fix this, fix that. They're helping me get this done. But the fact of me writing my own lyrics, that's just a plus.
Right.
You feel me? That's just a plus for me. Everything else after that can't be bought.
But let's keep it a stack. It can't. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But it can, in a sense, with certain things.
You could actually give somebody a song, right? They might not even deliver it right.
Right.
That's the problem. You feel me? I'm going to deliver it to the fullest.
Mm-hmm. When it comes to the structure of a song, like, do you have to be at a studio, or you okay with, like, being on the train with the headphones? Like, how's your process like?
I would say sometimes, like, I would say writing for me is best, like, in the morning. Okay. When I wake up, I have a fresh brain, you know. But I love it when I'm in the studio. Okay. It's a different vibe. My team is there with me. You know, most of the times I'm in the studio, my team is there. Right. Well, it's like 3 of us, the same 3 that's in this building today. But it's a vibe, you know. It makes me feel good. Like, sometimes I might be stuck, you know, and just being around them and, you know, creating music. Right. We got a fucking some heat.
Another thing I want to bring up is that I saw you pinned it, actually. You put, people will know your music but won't share you because it's business. Uh-huh. Let's talk about that.
All right, so I'm not gonna lie, cause I was just saying this to my manager the other day. I was like, even I do that. Okay. It's so many people that I know that's actually fire. Okay. But the business side, so I won't share them. You know, some people are, you know, genuine, and some people are just like, you know what, let me tag her because I know she's gonna reshare or whatever the case may be. You feel me? Sometimes it's not genuine. So I just try to be mindful, you know. Some people, you know, it's nothing personal. Right. You feel me? Me sitting back and just being in the business and doing music, I sit back and I'm just like, you know what? I can't, you know, it's some things that I just be wanting black, and I just be like, I can't be mad because it's not personal. It's just business.
When did you start acknowledging that part of, like, removing the emotions, understanding this is business?
Probably like the last 2 months.
Was it due to an experience, or like?
I mean, it's just certain things that I'm learning how to control within myself as an artist, because, you know, I want to branch out. It's other things that I want to do, and I don't want to be stagnant or let anybody stop me, you know, by saying anything wrong or, you know, just saying certain things on social media. Right. So I just, you know, want to be mindful of that.
When you start moving that way, which I think is smart, you have to. It is a business. You're a brand. At this point, like, once you decide to take this serious, you and your team, that's it. You're a brand. Right. So, you know, you have to know now how to be strategic. It's like a game of chess. Right. You understand? So I get that. But unfortunately, not many people will understand that.
Like I said, it's a learning process. Right. It's a learning. Everybody has to learn from it. Because if I do something wrong and my team is vouching for me, I'm going to make them look bad. Right. You know, if I say the wrong thing. So it's like, you know, I'm still learning.
So
I'm still learning and growing as an artist myself.
So is there any changes you would like to see or be made within this industry?
I just think that we just need, you know, more, like, some more versatile artists. Okay. You know, it's a lot of, you know, everybody's doing, like, you know, kind of. I don't want to, you know.
Nah, I get it.
But, you know, it's so many amazing, talented artists out there that we probably never heard of. What I would say is, for somebody like me that's coming up that doesn't have, you know, thousands of likes every post or, you know, things like that, I'm a dope artist. You know, I think that the industry, the label should be looking at certain people like those too, because everything is about numbers nowadays. Like, you're not paying attention to this artist unless they have numbers. And there's actually artists that are dope that might have only 1,000 views on their page. You know, they're not getting looked at because their numbers is not up there. So I would like that to change, because I think there's some dope people out here that's not getting noticed.
I get it. And there is. I'm a big, strong believer in power manifestation. Right. So I feel like if you're an artist and you're here screaming out, I want to be independent, sometimes you're not going to get the look because you're manifesting something different. Right. I don't know if you agree with me or not with that.
All right. So when you say manifesting something different, what do you mean?
I feel like subconsciously maybe they don't want the A&Rs or the labels to look at them because that's not what they're looking for.
I mean, you have certain artists, you know, certain artists are like, you know, they don't want to see the BET and the VMAs. They want the YouTube money and stuff like that. You know, some artists are not looking past that.
So what is it that you want? What Big Yellow wants? I know you want longevity, but what exactly do you want?
I just want to I want to get the fuck out the hood. I want to
Gotcha.
take my family out. I just want to live life, to the fullest. I'm doing this music not only because I love it, because my family, you feel me? I want to get them out of here because there's a lot of things that's going on in this world.
Right.
That, I can't stop. I can't say, like, if I take them here, it's just going to stop,
No, it's gonna.
People
continue.
are getting shot and killed every day,
Right.
shot, straight bullets and everything. But just to get them out of this, the society that they're in, like, is good enough for me. I just want to live wealthy. If I wake up one day and say I want to take a trip to fucking Peru, I'm gonna wake up and take this trip.
I respect that. That's a fact. But you took a step. I know you're full time now as an artist, right?
Yes, I am.
That?
It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah, I had to take a pause because it was like, damn, I missed that 9 to 5. But
yeah.
I couldn't. It is what it is. That's how I'm serious.
It's a lot better, right? Like knowing the fact that now you could put your
right
1000% into this because
before it was just like waking up. I'm like, damn, I had a long night, but I gotta wake up in the morning to go to work. But damn, my manager might call me 3:00. Yo, you gotta be ready. So now I gotta rush home from work to get ready, do my makeup in here, and be out. That's
a lot.
It's
That's
a lot.
What's a valuable lesson that you can say you learned and to this day you apply to yourself?
Learn to say shit without saying too much.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Why don't you say that? Like,
because like I said,
fact,
there's people that, that's looking at me that might take offense to certain things that I say. I might not mean it in that way, but they still might take offense to it. So it's like,
but don't you go around walking around saying, yo, I'm an asshole?
I am an asshole,
Okay.
but I could be an asshole, but I just got to tone it down, just tone it down a little bit.
Okay.
This is not me on a regular. This is Big Yellow. So everybody's looking at Big Yellow through a lens, you feel me? So I have to be mindful of the certain things that I say.
You're in a place now that you have to start learning to take your steps
right
correctly or properly, whatever you want to say, because you're only getting bigger.
Right.
Unfortunately, as big as this industry is, it's really not. People talk.
Everybody.
It's mad weird too at times. Like it has its weird moments. So I understand when you how you gotta be strategic with things. Now you have to be business oriented, all that, and you're doing a good job. Shout out to you. And it's still a work in progress, but you're still doing a good job because it's not easy.
It's not. I appreciate you.
It's not easy.
It's really not. Especially me. I be wanting to
Curse
run
people
my
out.
what? I be wanting to say so many things, and it's just like you can't because.
Yeah,
they're gonna gain off of you if you throw shots at them. To be honest, so
right.
it makes no sense.
Are you big on energy?
Yes.
How do you determine that you want to work with someone that you don't really know off bat, but
how, like, feature wise, like, or just like just work with them, like anybody?
Yeah.
I just gotta like you off your first impression is everything to me.
Okay.
You feel me? If I don't feel it there, then eventually
Okay.
something is not right.
How about someone you want to work with, as like opposed to somebody coming to you? I want to work with you. You reaching out in that level.
I ain't reaching out. Ooh. Manager.
Okay.
Hit this artist up.
Yo, you gotta respect it though. You understand?
Unless we have like a good relation. You feel me? Like I already know this artist already. Then it's different. It's like, yo, okay. I need you on a song. You feel me? Then I've done that a couple of times. I probably got shut down a few, but nothing personal. Like I said.
How did you and your manager meet, bro?
I met him 2 years ago.
But how did y'all meet?
So another artist brought me to his studio because I was doing a feature with this other artist.
Okay.
And that didn't work. It was like, it's kind of weird. But we actually went to his studio to record. And after that, we just wound up staying in touch. And I wound up getting on a song with my manager because my manager was an artist at that time.
Okay. But I remember that he was an artist. I know that.
Yeah, he was an artist at that time. And ever since then, like, we just been linked. Like, we just been tapped in with each other. And I came last year. Yeah, last year around July, August.
Okay.
Yeah, July, August. They started to eat the label.
Okay.
And I came around. We have these other 3 dope artists that's also a part of the label. And we actually did our first song. We did a song together. It's dope.
Okay.
Hopefully we put it out. I don't know what's going on with that, but
okay. Okay.
But dope artists. dope vibe with them.
Okay.
And even from then, from when I met the girls, it was just like a dope experience. Like,
Gotcha.
you know, it was just like everybody was in tune. Like, I got videos of it. You could just see how much it was just like a genuine, it wasn't forced or anything.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I met Cassius, and then I think he invited me to his studio and was like, yo, pull up. I wound up recording 2 other songs that I had already on a new beat. And I just asked him, like, you want to be my manager? Like, out of nowhere, he was just like cheesing and shit. I'm like, but before he did tell me, like, because he was an artist, you know, he didn't want to manage, you know, another artist, because that's also hard. I've been in that position too, to where, you know, I was working under other artists and it didn't kind of work out. So
yeah, no offense, but I be telling people, like, yo, for an artist to manage another artist, I feel like that's a big no.
Yeah,
and it is hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
It is hard. Like,
I don't think any artist, any upcoming artist that's thinking about doing that, just don't.
Right. I agree with you with that, you know. But it's, you know, obviously it worked out in both of y'all favors.
Right, because he actually quit. He went into straight CEO mode, you know. It was over for that.
Okay.
How you gonna deal with 4 female artists and you an artist, sir?
Yo, I give it to you, bro. That shit's crazy.
But yeah.
But that's dope that you're doing that. So now, I know you're dropping singles right now, right?
I had a single.
What I meant to say is, are you moving forward? Are you planning on dropping singles, or are you working on a tape?
We're actually so Boogie Down Bronx will be dropped. Well, it's out already.
Okay.
So we're shooting the video June 17th.
Okay.
In the Bronx. Then we have the big feature that I have coming out.
Okay.
Projects and everything like that. I did want to do a project, but I don't.
What's holding you back?
I want it to be right. Like, you know, I don't want it to be because everybody's saying put out a project. You know, even though, you know, we should listen to what the fans are saying, because fans are the ones that's going to listen to our music. But I want to do it when the time is right.
Okay.
And right now I got every single song I got is playing on the radio. So put out a freaking project. Then listen, you could take these freestyle.
I feel like it's smart that you guys are dropping singles, because again, you have people fiending now.
Right.
So only you would know, and your team would know, like, when the time is right. But definitely, you know, like, give them arm's reach.
Right.
Because I just feel like it's a smart marketing tactic. You know, just, you know, like a supply and demand type of situation. You know, like, I'm going to give you this, here's this. We're going to, you know,
tease you a little bit,
right,
you know, here and there.
Right.
But, like, album and all that other stuff, that probably won't even come until, like, after I get signed. Like, when I'm really sitting down and it's just, like, me, my team, and we just going through stuff, you know, going through the beats and, you know, sitting there just working on it day and night, because that's what's going to happen.
As a writer and a person who does her own music, what was your most uncomfortable song you ever written?
It's crazy because it's a feature, too, now.
Okay.
But when I did the song, it wasn't a feature. I hated the song.
Why? And what song is it?
It's not out.
Okay.
And it's crazy. Shout out to K Goddess, because K Goddess is actually on the feature.
Okay.
But before K Goddess even got on the song, when I actually did the song, I hated it. My team picked out that beat, and I was in there doing it, and I was like, you know what it was too? I don't think I was in a good mood that day. When I'm in a bad mood, the song never comes out right. So I think that's why it came out crazy. But Kuda came to the studio.
Okay.
He shot a video in the studio. K Goddess was there that day.
How long ago was this?
This was like 2 months ago.
Okay. Shout out to K.
Yeah. This was when Kuda came home.
Okay.
He shot a video in the studio. K Goddess was there that day too. And no, matter of fact, SOBs. It was the night of SOBs. I had my SOBs performance, and K Goddess was in the studio. And we played it for her. She was jacking in, and everybody else in the room was jacking in. And I'm sitting there like with the only face like, y'all not that ass.
Right.
And they was like, what? This shit is fire. And I was just like, all right. After K Goddess got on it, I was like, all right. It sounds, you know, I could get into it a little bit, but I hated it when I first recorded it.
So is that something you would probably want to re-record or nah?
No.
Okay.
I'll just leave it as is.
As is?
It's good now.
Okay.
After my manager done tweaked it and did his little ones and twos, you know, it's good now.
Gotcha. So what's a short-term goal and realistically, when I say short-term goal, from now to the ending of this year, do you want to see accomplished?
Short-term goal accomplished between me and my team. That deal. That's my goal right now.
You say you manifest shit, so you understand?
It's gonna come, I know.
It is.
Before, hopefully by the winter, something.
Do you write out your goals and stuff like that, or
no? I don't.
You should start doing that.
Sometimes my goals change a lot.
But that's okay. But I learned this a while back, and they said that like when you wanna like a lot of people who are successful, they have like their boards.
Okay.
And try to do like at least you could do like the daily task in a sense, like things you want to accomplish, or you could do like a 3-month thing where you was like, I want to do this.
Okay.
And even if it changes. You erase whatever, put something new.
I'm gonna take that
Because
I'm gonna use that.
Sometimes, and I used to do back then. Now I have 3 boards.
Okay.
Back then I had a paper. And I used to put it right on my refrigerator. And every day before I leave, I'll see like my my goals that I want to accomplish.
Right.
And after that, and it's crazy because like I look back at it, I accomplished everything.
I'm gonna accomplish it, but it's
you will
for that deal. It's like it's a hard short-term goal a little bit, because it's like if you make it like I'm gonna get a job, you know what you gotta do to get the job. I know what I gotta do to get this deal, but it's like, do we go to the labels and kick down the door and say, listen, let me the fuck in?
You're kicking down the doors right
now.
What's gonna happen is that instead of you kicking the doors to these labels, they're gonna be knocking at your door. Because you understand, you're already doing that right now. You guys,
I know they watching. I see a lot of people in my stories. I even have Jermaine Dupri follows me.
Really?
But he doesn't say nothing.
He's just watching.
Just watch. He don't say nothing. I share him my videos in his inbox and everything. It'll say seen, but he didn't unfollow me yet. So I know he's tapped in. And in my head, I'm like, I wonder, does he think I'm like a new version of the Brat a little bit?
I like that. I can see that. I can see that. And that's smart that you're doing that. Here, watch it. Because I'm
going to send you everything. Even if you don't say it, I'm going to send you everything.
Right. That's very smart. Yo, we got a smart motherfucker right here. Understand? That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope. So, lastly, I want to know, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Last time I did something for the first time. Shit, it was probably like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
What was that?
Ate ass.
Listen, I ain't knocking it. I do it. But she wifey, you understand? I do it though. Understand? Listen, I ain't knocking it.
Listen.
So we already know she an ass eater.
Not really, but
you got. I mean, not like that. Like, she ain't just anyway. You understand? But
I ain't a munch now. Come on now.
Yo, I'm done. So okay. So anything new you would like to try?
Oh my God.
Yo, I'm putting that in the recap and everything. Like
anything new I would like to try. I want to jump out of a airplane.
Skydiving?
Yes, that.
Oh,
I want to go skydiving. I want to do that. That looks so fun.
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
When is your birthday?
The 15th.
Oh, you a Gemini.
Gemini, yup. And it's Gemini season, so y'all better get y'all shit correct.
You heard, yeah, spoken like a true Gemini, bro. That's spoken. You have actually, my brother has the same birthday.
Oh,
that's crazy. Yeah, I'll fuck with you guys. You should do it for your birthday.
I should, right?
Why not?
Dope.
So
I was thinking about doing Park or
somebody asks you again, when was the first time you did something? You understand? Instead of saying eat ass, I went skydiving.
I went skydiving. In ass.
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, but listen, I want to just say congratulations on everything you're doing. I want to say thank you to you and your team for taking the time being here. Your work is being shown, it's being seen.
Thank you.
People are watching it. People are watching you, should I say, and continue.
Thank you.
It's only about being consistent.
Right. Thank you for having me.
Nah, man.
I'm glad to be here.
Of course. I mean,
all the way from the Bronx.
Listen, I respect it. You're very big on like hit up my manager, right?
Yup.
So it's funny, like you had reached out to me, you know, in reference to something else. I didn't, being honest, I didn't know that he was your manager,
Right.
And I was just like, yo, like now knowing, I was like, oh shit, like that's dope in a sense because I remember I reached out to him a while back in reference to an interview.
Okay.
So a long time ago, but you understand, I get it. I understand, I wasn't there yet. You know, nah, I just like, but
Maybe like that.
Nah, but you know, but moving forward is like how everything is just intertwining. Like I've been watching, like you move, and I'm a fan of your lyrics. I'm a fan of your your work. Like
Thank you.
I'm from the Bronx, so I love hip hop.
Right.
It's only but right to love hip hop.
Yep.
You understand? So the fact that you're coming the way you're coming, I'm appreciating that because it's like hip hop is not. For me, it was never dead.
Right.
I hate when people say that. I'm like, it's not. You just got, like you said, there's a lot of artists that are not recognized.
Right. They're not recognized yet.
So you know, so the fact that you're coming from the ground up and you're kicking these doors, you're doing it. I applaud it. You know, and I want to just say thank you for showing other people, other kids, the youth that it's okay to be yourself and it's okay to be authentic. You know,
Right.
like it's not. You don't have to do what's the trend.
Right. You don't. Stand out. I'm a stand out type of bitch. Y'all gotta try it.
And keep it going. Keep it going.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, definitely. For those that are watching, where they can find you, where they can find your music, all that good stuff.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Big Yellow _
And y'all already know the vibes, man. It's your girl V-Henny, the Artistry Show. There's no reason why you shouldn't be following her. All her information will be in the description box below. All you got to do is click. It's free. And we out. Rock out with your cocks out. Jam out with your clam out.
Deuces.
You dig?